I am reporting to you today what may be the first case of Bitcoin discrimination. You see, I've had several items listed on this website for months now, and they sent me a note today that says this: all of your items have been suspended due to the fact that we do not allow Bitcoins as a form of payment on this site, nor do we allow them to be sold. Any attempts to relist this item without making the above corrections may result in web store account suspension. Woo! I'm so scared. So I replied back, okay, I will remove the references to Bitcoin, even though no one ever bought anything for Bitcoins from me the whole time anyway. Can you give me any information about when this policy was enacted or why? They didn't have anything on their site about Bitcoins being forbidden. Anyways, they replied, hello James, it was enacted shortly after Bitcoins became available. After researching this, owners of the site were not comfortable with them due to their use on the black market and for the ease of use for illegal activity. Because of this, we have banned them from the site. We do realize that some people may use them for legitimate purposes, such as yourself, but unfortunately the risk was too great for us to feel comfortable allowing them on the site. We appreciate your cooperation and understanding. Well, certainly I will cooperate. I have no choice. But the understanding part, well, I kind of have an issue with this whole concept of let's make something illegal because it could be used to do something bad. So by that logic, I mean, we kind of have to outlaw driving because, you know, a car is and often can be used to get in a traffic accident, which people get hurt and killed and so on and so forth. I think, you know, by that logic, we have to outlaw driving. You know, it's the same logic they're trying to ban gun laws with. You know, thousands of people use guns every day safely. They're trained, they get training, they train their kids how to use them safely. You have a few people that are going to do something bad one way or another anyway, happen to pick a gun to do it with, and so then everyone wants to use this logic. Well, if we ban guns, we're going to be able to stop bad people from doing bad things. I think that's a fallacy of logic. It really comes to bear in the business world. There are so many rules about, you know, economic activity. There's so many items that are forbidden because there's potential for bad, and then the government wants to get in there and regulate them and license them, and then when you do that, then it takes it out of the grasp of an average person being able to start that business up in their backyard because they can't afford to pay for a $10,000 permit to buy some nitric acid to play around with dissolving the gold pins, or actually the copper behind the gold pins on computer chips, and start their own little gold recycling business in their backyard. It makes too many business propositions impossible because of this logic. Oh, nitric acid, he could make, you know, all the different bad things that nitric acid can make. I hope one thing that will come about from the lack of jobs that we're having right now is a resurgence in a belief that people have a right to economic freedom, because we need it. We need to be able to, you know, we get laid off, we need to be able to go in the backyard and say, okay, what am I going to cook up here to make some money? Because there's a lot of things you can do. Most of the good stuff is illegal nowadays, unfortunately. It's like the business world is somehow monopolized or something by larger businesses, and then if they happen to not need you, well, then you're just screwed. So hopefully we can get a little bit of a rebellion going and get some people interested to say, hey, no, I need these chemicals for legitimate purposes. I don't have $10,000 to buy a license for this stuff. I need to just be able to buy, you know, $5 worth of stuff and do some experiments. Maybe my experiment's going to produce what I need to produce. Maybe it's going to fail, then I go try something else. But I need to be able to work and learn and try to make a legitimate living.